Three, two, one. We are live from DJ J Nasty Studios, system in place, season 3, episode number 1. Welcome back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Say it again.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Woo woo! Season 3, that's right. We took a little hiatus. We had a little birthday celebrations going on.
Still going on.
Still going on.
Strong.
What's up, guys? We missed you. Did you miss us?
I hope you guys missed us. And I hope you guys are having fun out there celebrating
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo, Cinco de Drinko. What's up?
Hey.
Damn, that's what's up. So, we're kind of recovering, so as we can all see, we've all been drinking water.
Yeah, we're dehydrated.
So everything's opening kind of back up around here in California. So the system in my body is dehydrated from the weekend. We had a little bit of fun. We had a birthday celebration with our friend V. And then I had a couple parties after that too. So, and Sunday, beach day. And,
we're on jet skis.
Yeah. So even, we didn't let the rain stop us. We were able to get out there for a little bit, and Jazzy was able to ride the jet ski for a little bit.
Living the life.
Living the jet ski life.
Seriously.
That's dope.
I swear, you see one of those things and you want to buy one.
Did we do that at our
like,
age?
Damn. I know.
I know. I
see?
did
I don't think I did.
Not jet skis.
That's amazing. What
I
an
know.
experience.
The little cousin was able to just drive that little thing by himself.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Is he young?
He's like 14.
Oh,
14.
nice.
That's not.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that.
11. Damn.
Oh, shit.
So that's
Nice.
crazy.
Yeah, I barely rode a jet ski for the first time. I drove a jet ski for the first time a year ago.
Damn. See?
Yeah, I did that 3 years
Yeah,
ago.
we gotta rent.
too.
We gotta
It
rent
was
one
fun.
out.
Let's
I
do
found the
that.
hookup. You know what I mean? Just like, hey, you know me talking. I ran up to the guy renting them and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, how much? He was like, hey, during the week, if you want to come through, he's like $550 for the whole day. And two, so you get two, or $600 on the weekend. So I'm like, all right, that's not bad. I mean,
Well,
it's
I'm
and
free
you have
Mondays
fun,
and
and it's a full
Tuesdays.
tank, and you're just going hauling ass. You see the fools just going, rah, rah, just hauling ass around.
Yeah, I don't think I would go that fast.
But
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's really
and then you do
fun.
flip and you eat shit.
Have you
I've-
gone
Fall in the water.
fast? You go fast?
I've gone fast, yeah.
Wow.
I liked it.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
a little bit.
Are you an adrenaline
because-
junkie? Like you're an adrenaline?
Yeah,
like
but I have
love
to be
the
careful.
adrenaline.
I have to be careful.
No,
it
not me.
sucks.
Mm-mm.
I used to be when I was a kid. When I used to ride
Uh-huh.
motorcycles, I used to go to El Golfo and I would just go get lost in the fucking dunes and just
that's so
ride.
sick.
And I'm so small, so it's like
You just go with the wind.
it's like va sola la moto and shit.
Damn.
Damn, that's sick.
I remember I
It's
just got.
fun.
I just
No,
went a couple
it's
times
so
out to
fucking
Ocotillo.
fun.
Damn, that's fun.
Yeah, I don't ride like that anymore, but
You don't
it
ride.
was fun.
How was?
Yeah, I don't ride dirty. Oh, my license is expired.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I think
What
I
does
saw
mean?
that. You said that.
Yeah.
You just gotta. Well,
Yeah,
I think you
I
took-
could do it online.
okay.
Your driver's license or
Yeah.
your RV
On
license?
your birthday, huh?
Yeah, it expired on my birthday. Dude, and even the girl on Saturday, she was like,
Oh.
wait, it's your birthday? That means your license is expired. And I'm like, bitch.
Rude.
What?
Rude.
I was like, okay, well, I have my passport. And she was like, well, as long as it's not expired. And I was like, what?
Rude. Not even for your
Girl.
birthday to be like, oh, happy birthday, girl. Let me get
Like,
your
what were you
immigration-
going to
the
do?
immigration one?
No, so
Oh,
I
which
had,
one?
no, I had my driver's license, but it was expired. But I also have my passport.
Oh, when you were crossing back?
No. I'm talking about the girl at Dave and Buster's, my waitress.
Oh, okay.
Lame.
Yeah,
How lame.
They
I
always
know.
do that. They,
I know.
and it's
Like,
like
what
that
am I
lame
gonna
ass
do,
rule.
like-
Yeah. It's like that lame ass rule. That lame ass rule of freaking like of people like when you're gonna
There's-
turn 21.
Yeah.
You know, like if you turn 20 and then you're 21, you're like, oh shit. They're like, oh no, you have to let a day pass.
Yeah.
So shit. Okay.
Stupid.
So tell us a little bit about your trip. How did you have fun in?
Oh, yeah, I had a lot of fun. I mean, I didn't like jet ski or ATV, but everyone else did. I just sat by the sun and drank.
I've ridden a motorcycle. I've been on a boat, on a speedboat, but never on a jet ski or like one of those like
ATVs.
dirt bikes.
Those are
or-
fun.
Oh, the 2
Oh,
or the
I've
4?
never done those
No,
either.
neither one.
Neither. No.
I've never really been to the desert like that. No.
Sounds like fun.
That's
Sounds
kind of
like
like our
fun.
next goal. Like if you probably for the next year.
It's
Because
really
a lot of
pretty
people have been
though.
going out. I've been seeing it get lit over there too.
It's
Like they
really
park
good.
the
Desert?
RVs and they
Not-
put like the
Nice.
desert
No,
toys
where
and shit.
we
like,
went. I mean, we were there kind of during the week. Like it was popping on the weekend, but there was like so many Americanos. Like there's this one place that we went to, and it was just like I felt like I was in Newport Beach or like.
Why? What
And-
was that like? Like,
I mean, I don't know. Like I just usually go to Mexico and I see Mexican people. So for me to see so many white folk, it was just a little uncomfortable. And like it was just like a weird vibe. Like they were playing like just the music was
it was
like
Puerto what? Did you
Puerto
go?
Peñasco.
Peñasco.
That was one place that we went to, and that was like the only time we went out. Other than that, we were like in the resort.
nice.
But it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. The beach. It's like
Did
on
you
the
guys
beach.
drive?
Yeah, it was fucking 9 hours away.
Oh, 9 hours.
Was
But-
it hard?
But that's if you go through Arizona,
Uh-huh.
and you can go through Mexico, and it's like 6 hours. But it's like
It's a,
Mexico.
Yeah.
It's a little. I guess it's a little more risque.
How was the weather
Oh,
in
yeah?
Arizona, girl?
It was hot.
Like really, really.
You
hot?
said that
'Cause
with. It was
when
fun.
I, when
It
I
was
was in
hot.
Arizona during the summer, that's when usually I would pass through there. And it was like over 100 degrees. Like I didn't even want to get out of the car, and it was hot in the car.
Stop, because I'm about to
No, you
be
gotta
there
have
in
that.
July.
No, you gotta have the AC. No, you gotta blast the
Yeah,
AC.
you have
Yeah,
to.
well, we're
Yeah,
gonna
you're
have
blasting
to.
the
But I
AC all
mean,
day.
I want to do hikes. I already
Oh,
like
But
looked
not
up
when it's
like.
hot like that.
Well,
Arizona,
Edwin
I
was
mean, go
like,
for it. You never know, but
But they
It's hot.
do like they guide you and stuff. Like I really do like I don't know. We'll see. Probably I fucking I like 5 a.m. hikes. So
Mm-hmm.
What part of Arizona you went to? Arizona.
we're gonna stay in Sedona
Sedona.
at the Enchantin. I think it's called hotel. Actually, resort. Oh, see, like how do you
what?
not?
Okay,
Oh, that
okay.
is
Come
really
on.
beautiful.
How do
Yeah.
you not want to go to Arizona? Oh, look,
and
actually,
there's, like,
that's
a
the
lake
resort
there,
we're
too?
staying.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
What?
It's called like in something with the E.
Oh,
What
that's
is it?
beautiful.
oh yeah, that is really great. Ooh.
Damn, and you
You'd
have
be a
that.
desert
Do you have
goddess
those
for
mountains
the
like that?
summer.
Right here?
Yes, we actually have
Wow.
like yeah, it's beautiful.
So you're not going to like the city, Arizona, like
No. No, we
this
wanted
is
it-
like a.
Yeah, these are like the sacred places to go. There's a lot of beautiful places to just visit.
Oh, I like that. I might be down for something like that. Look at that river. That's sick.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
why wouldn't you want to go hiking there? Oh my gosh, and go to the river.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
Beautiful.
I mean, when you told me that it was like hot, I was like, damn, imagine in July because I'm not gonna lie, I am a
It
little
is, yeah.
nervous that the fact it's gonna be hot. But we went to Palm Springs for a very long time, and even though it's like hot as fuck, like we loved it. Like we
Yeah.
actually enjoyed that.
But you have different. You have like the heat from like Palm Springs in
I think it's
California,
different.
and then the
Like hot,
dryness,
hot?
the dryness in Arizona.
Stop.
It's just, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie,
No,
I'm
I mean,
getting a
yeah.
little nervous about it. I'm
But no, it's a good
because I don't
experience.
like to be hot.
It's a good experience.
I'd rather be cold.
But are you still on that plan of like you want to move over there, and this is where you want to start the new place? This is the new
Our
headquarters.
family. Uh-huh.
Damn. Okay. So yeah.
Primero Dios.
But it's good that you're gonna venture out and check it out first, and that's part of like
And you know what? Vale soñar.
you gotta fall.
you know?
Yeah, you gotta fall in love with it first.
Because the thing of it is,
Yeah.
we really want to buy a house, but we can't do that. And like
And I hear, dude, I've been looking
Yeah.
at that shit right now
It's
too. It's
crazy.
fucking
It's
insane.
expensive.
you can't.
So
You
damn.
can't.
You know, like in downtown Escondido, old Escondido. I love that area. That's kind of like the area where I grew up at. The houses there are really pretty, you know. And I'm
But
like,
everything's
hell yeah.
outrageous.
Yeah, but like the range, it does have different ranges. But like in that old Escondido area, it's like about like 800,000 or more for
But-
a house. That's probably not even like what, like 2-3 bedrooms or 3-bedroom maybe.
Yeah, but you're talking the taxes that come involved, not so much
property
the
taxes.
and it's not even just property taxes. It comes with a shitload on top of that of us owning a business. Well, with you, it's services. With me, I sell items, so I have to pay like it's just outrageous to be in business to pay so much. Over there, you don't have
for
that.
homes, well, out here, I mean, maybe it's the same way in Arizona. I don't know, but like out here, you have to pay the HOA. You have to pay, obviously, other than your other bills like
There's
your
a lot.
phone and stuff like that. but like the property insurance.
Yeah,
like,
property insurance and
yeah.
taxes. So usually, like, okay, so like what the lady's been talking to us about is like she was talking about is an HOA, like an HOA home. If you buy like a small, she's like, think about it. She's like, all you have to worry about is inside the house. Outside, everything else gets covered away because your HOA pays, the lawn, your trees, your house maintenance,
The
everything
pool,
outside.
whatever.
She's like, so in for a home, she's like, if you settle in for a good 8 years, 10 years, in something like that, in HOA homes, the value of the prices of those homes go up at a bigger rate because of the fact that they're nice taken care of. They're in neighborhoods that like, where would you rather have your daughter, playing out there in a gated neighborhood where your neighbor, your next door neighbor's not a creep or whatever, where there's rules where somebody's not going to be out there drinking in their driveway, et cetera, doing mechanical work, et cetera, stuff like that. She's like, because there's rules that you have to abide by. Whatever happens inside your home, happens. You can do, but outside of the HOA, and you do have a bigger return when you go and sell that home. So she's like, sometimes, I know that we all like get into this like thing of like, oh, we have our dream home of what we want to buy and stuff like that. But, what she's trying to guide me to is like, like at the beginning is, you just got to try to get into something so you can be able to, build that equity and then be able to buy and then jump into your next home. You know what I mean? Build up, like you start con una cachita de carro, you start with $1,000 car, then and a year later you save up and you sell that one for 500, and then you put in another 1,000, and now you have a $1,500 car. So and that's kind of like the same thing that she's trying to like talk to us about. Because it is difficult right now. Any houses around here, this area, like their average is around like 700 and $750,000 and shit, and they want like it's probably like the down payment's gonna be like a $20,000 payment, down payment. And it just depends. So I mean, I really don't know because I'm not even in that tax bracket, like or not even in that bracket to even buy a home yet, like that. So it's just like you do have to find different alternatives, whether if it's like a condominium, so or if it's moving into like a residential place where they do have an HOA where you do have to pay. But kind of like the main factor is like establishing your credit, building up like a rapport with the bank, and being able to show off that you can handle certain types of amounts of money. You know what I mean? Right now, we're moving into this age right now, I feel, that it's like a big, we had this big, like downfall in 2020. Now 2021 is everything starting to get moving back on. Like the train is it's moving. Like the train is moving right now. If you fucking haven't hopped on it, like you are getting left away. You're being left behind.
That's so
what
true.
I mean? This is right now. Like this is the time for
and it's
like,
not even right now.
jump.
I feel like it's been like
Yeah,
if
like it's been moving, and it's like, and it's progressing.
but right now it's going even
yeah,
faster.
and it's just like boom, boom, boom. So like right now, if you need bless you.
She even sneezes.
If you need to jump ships, like if you're tired of like your job, like, and you feel like you can do better at another place, you better jump ships right now and do it. Boom, boom.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Get ready, get yourself ready, build up. Start taking all these fees in and stuff like that, and charging people for your time and stuff, and start letting people know that when they want to work with you or you want to do something, like that, it has to keep on going forward. Like that you have to. That
It's
your
an
time
energy
is money.
exchange.
And
like
it is.
What am I
sometimes
gonna
it
get
is.
out
I
of?
heard
Yeah.
something today that said something like sticking around sounds a lot like being stuck.
Sticking around sounds a lot like stuck.
Like being stuck.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Like if you stick
Like,
around
if you
for
decide
something
to stay in
to
the same
stick around,
situation, or
there's no
knowing that you
difference
need to change,
between
like,
being sticking around and being stuck.
And being stuck.
Dang, that's
See?
good. I like that.
And so I mean, and we have to be able to like, gain that traction with everybody right now, because the economy's gonna blow up. Everything's gonna go up. And that's what we have to be. We have to be right there,
Yeah.
jumping on it, because no nos
I
podemos
feel
dejar
it.
para atrás.
I feel
And
it
I think
too.
everybody
I
feels
legit-
it. Like it's this little train, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Like everybody's looking for employees. Like I see it on my Facebook. Like, hey, my job's hiring for this.
Yes.
Hey, my job's hiring for that. Hey,
See?
so it's like, dude, right now, like it's a
It's
great
going.
time to like be like, oh man, I really don't like my profession. Like maybe I should try this one. Or maybe I should. You know what? I think
Yes.
they were gonna hire somebody at my work today, and then my boss said that the guy said no because his other job called him and he said he liked his other job more. So like,
Y
you
sabes
know what
que
I
sí
mean?
es verdad.
And it's
Sí
true.
es-
You know what I mean? It's just like, why are you gonna start somewhere where you don't know? You know, and you're like, maybe
You know
it
what?
work out.
You know what?
And
That's such a
crazy.
good point, dude. Because I have talked to a couple of people too, and they're like picking up either like on work, and then there's like a couple people I know that are now like doing two jobs because their like
Yeah.
previous job called them. Like
And you don't want to let those other people down because you're like, damn, okay, fuck,
that's
there's some money
crazy, and
over
everything
here. So.
is kind of where.
And like sometimes I think we don't think about things in increments. You know what I mean? Like we think about it as like, oh man, like you know, like right now, like I want my house right now. Like it's not that easy. You know what I mean? Like you
No.
have to be able to build up a year's worth of rapport, like 2 years. Like my dad talked to me like how he got his house, like you know what I mean? Like the steps that he had to go through, like even like joining in with my uncle and buying in a house together, and you know then him breaking off after there. You know, so it's like things like that I've been thinking about with other friends. It's just like, you know, like what if we do buy like a little ranch, or you know, buy a little piece of plot of land where you know, later on within the year, then you buy a trailer and then you put it in there, and then the trailer.
I'm
you know,
super
after
down.
that,
I don't know who
you know what
you're
I mean?
planning
You have
that
those
with,
things like
but
that. So it's
fuck
like
yeah.
there's pieces of land that's around here that is like gold mines. Like there's a couple in Valley Center that already have like freaking water. They have like a grove, that avocado grove that used to be there, but now it's all dirt. You know what I mean? But it's just like, dude, if you
But then
three,
it's
4 acres of
tax.
land, it is just land.
That is that.
You know what I mean? And then you can
Buy
do
an
like,
RV.
as long as you're there, you're the owner. You put a fence around it. This is my fucking that nobody can go in there. You know what I mean? And that's at the end of the day. Like I don't know if I'd rather have a house or land. You know, I think I'd rather have.
Yeah.
I'd
You know,
rather have a house,
but it's
though.
hard for you. Yeah, and that's the thing where we have to move into, because at the beginning they're not gonna. You know, the bank's not gonna give you a loan for just land. The bank's gonna give you a loan for a well-running house. Like the bank's not also gonna give you anything just, you know, any like run-of-the-mill down house. You know what I mean? So it's just like the thing that banks also have to look forward is like, can you provide these papers? Can you keep your stuff in track? Can you provide me like these types of papers all the time? What you know, like, do you make your payments on time? Can you be consistent with your money? And so I mean, in these things that we need to be able to move forward with the economy, I think like it's gonna be a great year. You know, it's gonna be a great year for a lot of people, for everybody. Hopefully, in our circle, everybody that's, you know, with us and, you know, kind of listening to us.
I'm
And
looking to hire some help. If you guys
and
saw my
yeah.
ad online.
Oh yes, there, and you know,
But-
and think about it as this, like, you know, like the way that you know, like don't, you know, think about it as like somebody willing to learn, you know, like somebody like willing, you know, think about it like I need
grow.
a helper, you know, that's gonna get paid, you know, because sometimes it's like we look for people with experience or something, but and then that kind of shies them away from, like, I mean, like I've seen jobs I'm like, fuck, I would love to do that, but I'm like, 2 years of experience, like when the fuck was I supposed to get that experience? You know what I
No,
mean?
that's
see,
what I
So,
would
wait,
feel.
so it's like for
that's
me, like
so
Indeed,
true.
like, you know, and Indeed, I'm like, fuck, okay, those looks cool. Aeronautics, or like, dude, I walked into my job, I didn't know jack shit. You know what I mean? The homie fucking showed me how to run the machine, how to press these buttons, how do you turn it on, how do you turn it off. I fucking read a couple manuals, and
And now you're running the whole place.
yeah, and I run like 3 machines. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, I know. You know, like I'm not stupid. Like I know how to read a manual. Like I know how to look
And
up
I feel
YouTube.
like
I saw a bunch of YouTube videos. So it's just like the stuff's there.
But because you wanted to learn.
But that's because I wanted to be there, and I want to be, and that's part of the thing is that you have to show initiative in anything you do, man. I think everybody has to show initiative. You know, it is difficult to like to focus, or it is difficult to just you know, it is difficult to just stick to one thing, but I feel that if you do want to move somewhere in life and do something, like I feel like these traits that I have acquired in my life, like I feel like if I move to Arizona, I could work in a print shop like that, and like I could run another machine like that. I bet you there's other places that need signs. There's other places that print stickers. There's other places that need DJs. So I mean, think of yourself as, you know, like even la persona
Wherever
que
you
like
go.
You do
like
whatever you
dad-
want to do, like
yeah.
what you love to do, anywhere in the world.
Yeah, and you can do that. And one of the things that has always kind of stuck with me, and that, you know, like my parents kind of entitled to, and like engraved in my head, is like when, you know, la persona que es acomedida cabe en cualquier lugar. You know what I mean? Like the person that fucking, you know, like is, you know, like serving and ready to go, and, you know, ready to move, and whatever you need to get done, you know, fits anywhere. You know, no matter where. You know, like if you're in a job and you might not know anything, but, you know, you're learning and you're trying, people are gonna take that. I'll take that. You know what I mean? But if you're just kind of just standing around, you're not even care, then people do notice that, and then they're not going to give you that job opportunity. So
It's true.
I mean, there's different aspects in what people can do. And sometimes it's just changing that attitude around, changing that mentality. And there you go. Good thing you're fucking. Changing that mentality around. It's super hard. Kind of what engraves in my head is like from that last episode with Tony, and when he was talking about like he's like but not everybody's like us, like and not everybody's like us,
And
and
it's true
and-
because if you haven't noticed, a lot of people lost their jobs. But a lot of, like you said, like you had a friend, I think, that offered them their job back. Well, some people are getting their job offered back to them, but they're like, no, I don't want to go back to work.
Yeah.
I'd rather, because
you might
maybe
have
they
found
do feel stuck and they want to do something different with their lives, but just not their old job, or they just don't want to go to work, which is people that I've heard from. And
yeah. But I mean, and it sucks because there's shitty situations in all jobs. You know what I mean? I think, and that's the thing. What happens when you get hundreds of people working together, or even just like a group of 5 people. Like I was working in a restaurant, small restaurant. Like fucking getting in fights with my coworkers all the time. You know what I mean? Just talking shit. Like all the time. So it's just like, or you just get mad, like this fucker's not working this hard, or this guy's always fucking slacking, and it's always something like that. You know what I mean? There's always going to be somebody that's going to be pushing the pencil slower, or pushing the pencil, and that's the thing, like because people know that like there's somebody that's going to pick up the work. You know what I mean? And
Or no matter what, you're gonna get off at 2.
Yeah, and no matter what, you're gonna get off at 2. You're gonna get off at 4, and that's the beauty about work too. Like I've had to deal with that like my whole life. Like, do I want to be a self entrepreneur? Because if I'm a self entrepreneur, that means that I got to get my ass out of the bed. That means that I have to call that client back 1,000 times. That means that I have to be like super nice to this person, because that means that my life depends on that person's like giving me income or coming back or being a recurring client. You know what I mean? Whether it's Sunday or Saturday, that's your time. Like you have to be dedicated to that. So when it comes down to you have a 9 to 5, you're able to just clock the fuck out 4:30. Peace. That shit's burning down. I'm out. I'm glad I'm out. It's burning. Yeah, it's burning shit.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. Like places like most of these jobs. Like.
I'm clocked out.
I'm clocked out, and it's one thing that I've heard
I'm on my break.
Yeah, I've heard it. Yeah, in a lot of places they always go like, nomás llegan las 4:30, or like it's time to go, and everybody runs to the fucking to go clock out, and I'm like, well, yeah, what do you fucking want? Like, what do you expect?
Stay a little bit longer, give you some of my free time.
I know, just like it's 4:30, like, and some people do go. They go like, oh no, I only signed up till 4:30. Fuck that shit. Like, you know what I mean? That's part of my job, so, and it is true, and there's people that have more responsibilities and they have to stay, and you have to do this, and you have to fucking grind out the work. But, if it's not for those people's mentalities and those people's strive and what they do and what they like to do or not or have to do, I think there wouldn't be like companies out here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody needs something, but I think
if their employees weren't giving the effort that they do, they wouldn't be as successful as they are.
Yeah. And you want to be part of, like, the thing is, I think about us humans, like, we just like to be part of, like, a winning team. You know what I mean? We do like to be part of, like, this thing that, builds, and even if nobody comes and says, good job, like, you're still like, fuck yeah, we got that shit done. There's no excuses of why not, but sometimes a lot of the places don't fucking see that shit. And, and it's part of, I think the social structure that we have, and it has to be like that. There's some people that are going to want to go to work every day, and there's people that are not, and there's people that are going to be, choose the lifestyle or just have to be in the lifestyle of, like, living in the streets. You know what I mean? And that kind of just, it's kind of saddening and stuff. And we see, like we're starting to see a little bit more of, like the dark side of, of maybe the things that people have to do in order to survive their day-to-day jobs. You know what I mean? Sometimes I think we're kind of we're quick to judge because our jobs are just like packaging or just getting this thing with the machine. Like our closest interaction sometimes is with some dumbass that like wants to get close to us and it sucks. You know what I mean? And you're just like, you gotta pop off on them. But like, what happens when you don't know the intentions of another person that's coming towards you, and you don't know if they're gonna like start hitting you or killing you or stab you, or they might have a gun around or something crazy. You still want to go home to your family. Like, I mean, sometimes
that is true.
And
know,
that's
we don't-
something
I've
just
actually
happened in
have dealt with that
SD.
there.
and it's trippy because like I'm not in anybody's shoes. I'm not in anybody's like like when you feel scared, you feel scared. You know what I mean? Like nothing can take that away from you. You know what I mean? As much as you say like I signed up for this job, you're supposed to be here to like to fight these people. Like what is it? Like where is there really a handbook that says like, okay, so if a person is coming towards you with a bat, you should engage that person to fucking a hand-to-hand combat, or you're supposed to pull out your bat and you're supposed to like sword fight them. You know what I mean? So it's like it's difficult to like like I think when police officers are put to the test, you know what I mean? Like cuando te quieres poner al tú por tú with somebody, you want to be like, nah, fuck you, dude, I have my shit, da da da. Then that person starts getting frightened for their life because they're like, fuck, this person's not cooperating with me. Like I don't want to hurt them, but shit, like if I do, then I'm gonna end up hurt, or I might not even be able to go home and see my family. So now our fucking, like our instincts of survival like turn on, and all of a sudden you're just fucking going and you grab for the gun and you fucking just shoot somebody like, and you kill them, and it's just it sucks. You don't know what these people are trained for. You don't know what the hardening of jobs. Like everybody has jobs. Everybody has a manager. Everybody has to make a quota. You know what I mean? Like everybody has to do a certain type of restriction, certain type of thing to make money for their job, and that's what the job is. True. You know what I mean? So we revolve around these systems and stuff that we live for, and that we've given our rights to, for these people to like say like, okay, I want you to be the person in charge of taking care of my safety and my family. But now we want to be like, wait, but
don't kill somebody.
But don't kill somebody. But he's like, fuck. But if it was me and you're in front of me and that person is trying to hurt other people around me, then I'm like, fuck yeah, shoot him. Fuck yeah, shoot him. Hey, police officer. Hey. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So it's just like until you're not there, you're not seeing like what's really going on. I think it's hard to pinpoint things. Like, I mean, everybody wants to do the best at their job and wants to be that great sergeant, wants to be that great employee, wants to move up in the scale. But it just, like there's certain decisions. I think everybody has to take certain decisions in their life every day. And I think we don't all wake up putting on the same shoe or the same boot as all these other people. And we're really quick to like make decisions, like to say like, hey, damn, that was bad, or damn, that was good. And I think there's just so much information going on nowadays, like that's just where our mind is being pulled towards. Like all these, like we've been talking about emotions since we started this podcast. Like our emotions are kind of like what control us. Our emotions are what has been pulling us from here to nay to blue to red, to green to, we got left and right, and that's where we're being pulled at. So it's like there's this concentration that it's going to be that's
it's
keeping us
energy
apart, So and we need to be able to like express it as much as we can and share it with other people. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the only way that we're going to be able to dismantle this. You know what I mean? Because there is something going on. There is something dark that's like sweeping across, and we don't want to be a part of it, but we have to be able to like scare it off and dodge it. I think I was listening to this KPBS report about like in Japan. I think they're going on strike, and they've been on strike, and I think their biggest strike right now that has worked out is people staying home and not going to work. I think 90% of the population has been staying home and not working. So there's people out there like protesting and fucking getting not killed, but like they're getting harassed by the police officers, being down and stuff like that because they're doing massive protests.
Over there is crazy. Like y'all think shit's crazy here,
and because over there, like the police will actually come to your neighborhood and fucking take you.
Yeah.
So it's like
work.
And you're still talking about Japan.
They'll make you. They'll put you in jail.
They'll put you in jail because you're speaking against the government. So you're protesting against the government, and you're protesting about like whatever things that you need to have going.
Yeah, so, like over there, you can't even. So
practically, the economy is like.
Yeah, you can't even think differently.
So and it's the same thing. Like I mean, like, and it's the same thing that there's an information war that's going on, that's been going on, you know, everywhere that we look, ads, Facebook, Instagram, you know,
Wow.
TikTok, you know, like there's an information war that's going on. It's like things are being engraved into you, you know, like, so we have to be able to keep an eye out and, like, you know, stay alive to these
Yeah,
things. Like you said, like, you know, like, don't, you know, like that
there's
tap
a
little energy that you say, like, oh, what did she take? She just took this
there's
energy
the
from me, you
there was
know?
this thing that said, usually the winners of the war are the ones that write history, and it's always been like that. Like whoever, because there's like there's a war, there's a power war, and actually I saw that it was on the White House website that said there that America or the United States is in the race to be the greatest country, and it's pretty much saying like it's at war with the world, and they're gonna do whatever they can to maintain their spot.
And that's one of the
And
things.
they're usually the ones that write history, so
Wow.
they're telling their side.
Wow.
So that's why we're here to tell you our side.
There was an
That was
the
what
Chinese
I
are
felt
the,
that
the
vibe.
Chinese are trying to write their own history too. So I mean, like, there's, if you don't think, like, right now we may not be at war, but we're at like war, you know, mentally, you know, there's a war going on with Facebook, with Instagram, and all this information that is being sent by drone by people that are like from China. Now China has also like kind of joined in on like how like the Russians were like messing with our elections and stuff like that. Now they're sending mispropaganda. So like all this shit that pops up that is supposed to divide us and, like, you know, put us against each other, like they're sending those stuff into the, because they know that, you know, we're just energy. We're just like a free, we're free people. You know, we just love to be like
We're open.
open, and so like I think that gives a lot for people to pick at. You know what I mean? That we're so vulnerable to be able to be like, well, your shoes are not even white. You know, you suck. You know what I mean? So, and we know that we're just so open with that. Oh man, fuck that. I'm gonna go switch. I'm gonna go change to black shoes. You know what I mean? So like it's like things like that we're so self conscious about everything that, you know, and I think that's what we need to realize too. That we have been realizing, I think, that is when we're such open energy sources like we are, that we have to also learn when to like close it back in and know who not to share it with. And I think that's something that I've kind of learned from this podcast, like also to know that there's times when there's people around that you close down and you summer and you're like, oh, and there's people that, and then there's times when you're out and about and everything, you know. And
I'm telling you, it's that Goku thing. You guys gotta watch
I gotta
Goku
watch.
because
To be
he
honest, yeah.
teaches
I
you
need to
about
look
like
at
the
that again.
energy, like, and then when like the bad guys, like he can spot the bad guys, but they can't spot him because he knows how to hide his energy. So it's all about like knowing that, like knowing your energy, and I can definitely feel like I can control it. Like sometimes I may need like a couple of beers to be mellowed down, but it works.
Don't we
Yeah, I bet you
all?
those work this weekend. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
cool. That's
Well,
cool.
I think
Little, how you doing
that's-
over there? Don't be falling asleep on me now.
I'm tired, yo. I
She's
don't
tired.
even know why.
Well,
We just be
She had a
why?
crazy
Because
sleeping all
vacation.
day.
That's
that
the
crazy
thing about
vacay.
vacations. You go on vacation and then you have like that's what we always plan out when we go on a vacation. We always give ourselves like a day or two because like you come home but you're still on vacation. Your
Oh
body's
yeah,
still like,
yes. We were looking at for Lake Tahoe too, so I was looking. We were looking at that. So
I told Edwin I'm a little nervous though.
no,
like,
well,
I
we
told
found
him,
some
I'm-
cabins. So like maybe
I'm
we
down
should get
for
the
okay.
You down
Okay.
for a cabin?
I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of like I'm excited and I would love to,
Camp.
but I don't think I could.
Camp?
Yeah, like you were telling me like that. I don't think I can camp.
Oh,
But
no,
like
I
a
said
cabinet,
not
I
cabinet, yeah.
can do.
But
I'm
we're
a
thinking
little
about getting a
bitch.
like.
It's not that
And then I
bad.
want to be cold. And then you told me that you can hear bears. Fuck
You hear the
that.
bears, Jackie. We heard the bears.
I ain't
We were
trying
Lake
So
Tahoe.
you went to Lake Tahoe.
We went to
and
Lake-
you
Yeah,
had some
that
real.
hermoso.
We weren't.
Did you see them?
No, I didn't see
Like,
them.
you
We
can
didn't-
hear
we hear
them.
You can hear them at 4
Dude,
in
I
the
think
morning.
that's all I
you
do.
can
What are
hear
they
them
doing?
growling on the other side of the fucking mountain. Like, we fucking hear
That
'em.
sounds scary.
And
Like
then-
if you were out
And
in
you're
open
not-
camping.
well,
like
Yeah,
that's
if
what
we
he
were
was
outside-
doing.
even in the cabin. 'Cause
Yeah, even
in the
cabin too,
videos
bitch.
Well, the
where they
cabin-
even go into the cabin.
Anywhere.
Like, you know.
They don't go into the cabin. They'll go into the trash. Like, so over there, they have like these special like locks on all the trash cans because the fucking bears will go and open the trash cans. So they have to have a special lock that like so the paws don't get in because they'll fucking like
Yeah,
they'll
like,
maneuver.
yeah.
Yeah, they'll maneuver that shit around. So like
That's pretty cool though.
so, like-
you actually heard like a
Oh,
real ass
dude!
bear.
It was like fucking. You remember that? What was that scary movie where the fucking flashlight, over here, that lady has all the mocos, and she's like, oh, they're fighting us. I think they're coming. I think they're coming. Oh my god! Oh my god! And I'm like looking at Candy, and I'm like, do you hear it? And then Candy's like, what? Like, do you hear it? And she's like, I'm like, just go back to sleep. I was like, she's like, no. She's like, go outside, and I'm like, what?
So
And I'm like, Amo! And then he's like, what? I'm like, do you hear it? And he's like, no. He's like, go outside and check. I'm like, fuck you. That's what I'm saying. You go check, fool.
see, with me, with me, fuck that shit. I would want to book it.
Like as if I would go out there too and go check. Yeah, no.
I did go out.
you
When
did?
I grabbed the flashlight, I was like,
I know.
I was just scared. Dude, pitch fucking black. Like,
Fuck
this
no.
is,
And it's cold, huh?
For
No,
what?
it wasn't cold. There was probably like some raccoons like running around or something. In there. Like,
I can't do that. Like, I thought about it. Like, when I was talking to you guys, I was like, yeah. And then when I went home and like sobered up, I was like, yeah, I don't think I can do that. Like, I don't. My homie Victor does that. And they've invited us so many times. Actually invited us September 6th.
I would suggest do something local. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something that you can start slow because that was like, it was a big
I don't
leap
think I
for
can
us.
do
It was
that.
like an 8-hour trip. Like, so
That's
there's like no
cool.
backing down. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we fucking
But I like that you guys
packed
go
up.
at night. That's
yeah,
great.
we dipped off in the nighttime, fucking 8-hour
Wait,
drive.
Did
up.
you guys camp in a cabin or like outside?
No, we were
Outside.
outside on the hill.
Yeah,
we were in a
outside.
fucking.
You were
it was,
outside? Okay,
Yes,
yeah,
that's what
no.
I'm saying. Like it was.
Okay,
it's
no,
a
I thought you were
campground.
in a
It's a
cabin and you
campground.
heard the
No, it's a
bears.
campground,
That's
and we
why I
were
said
on the
no.
hill. The campground's on a fucking hill like that.
Why you think
like
I'm
a big
bitching out?
mountain.
Okay, yeah. No, I
And
would
yeah,
want to.
and like and on the other side, there's no campground. So like that side is where like all the bears hang out and they fucking could drop down and shit. But they drop down because they smell the food and the nighttime and shit. So they're coming down, and then you can hear the people in the bottom, like they're fucking banging pans because they bang pans, so the fucking bear gets
scare them.
scared and shit.
Oh,
So you can hear,
no.
so you hear
way.
clink, clink, clink. You're like, oh shit, there's a bear down there. Like,
Oh, imagine them, what
like,
they were
that's
thinking.
what I'm
You were
saying.
scared. They
They're
were like,
probably Imagine if you freeze. You're like,
yeah, this bear's gonna eat me.
imagine if you freeze in the middle of that, you get fucking starstruck. You're
And the bear just goes.
trying to fuck.
Yeah,
Like
no.
in your dreams when you can't punch people?
You're like, which bear is
Or you're
which
gonna
kind of
eat
bear
and
is
you
this?
can't bite
Is this
it.
the one I have to pretend I'm dead to, or like, do I have to like run? I don't know.
My friend, he was like, hey, take a knife. He's like, always have a pocket knife. And I was like, he was like, yeah. He's like, not to fight the bear, to cut the tent, to run out the other side, fool. Don't stay and fight the bear,
Don't fight the bear.
The knife is for you to cut the tent and run out the other side, motherfucker.
I'm glad he told
I
you.
wouldn't run. I would stay in the tent.
I would just like not move.
Oh my god! But that's how they, dude. Okay. So
No,
that's
no,
why
that's
it's
a
scary.
scary
It's
movie
fucking
part.
scary because then
No.
you start remembering like, damn, do I have any cologne on me? Did I put on some deodorant? Like, what does it smell like? Is it fucking?
You
Are
have to
these
lose
fools
the
hungry?
scent. You have to lose the scent
Because they
when
say
you run.
you get a whole box, a metal box where you put all your food and all your storage, your deodorant, your soaps and everything. All that goes into that. Like you can't keep anything outside because then the bear comes, they have to kill him, and then you get taxed for it.
I don't think so. I'm good.
So.
You know, and I wouldn't want
they
to.
kill
But I'm
bear?
still down. But I am down
Yeah,
for Lake
they
Tahoe.
have to kill the bear. If the bear comes and like gets into the food automatically, because the bear knows that he's always gonna come back to that same spot. So that's why they
True.
tax you.
And
Yeah.
they tax.
Well, they charge you. They give you a fee because you didn't follow the rules. Don't leave food outside. So if the bear gets to some food inside the
It
fucking,
has to lose
What
his
about
life.
for the cabinets?
Has
They
to-
have
yeah, it has
those
to lose
rules
it.
too.
I don't
Damn, that's
know.
sad.
I think
The
'cause
bear
that's-
has to lose his life
Yeah.
because
But
you
and
left
that-
your food out.
And that's why they make it
That's
such a
just-
that's why
that's
they make it
wrong.
such a big thing to not leave your food out, because they're like, they tell you don't leave your food out, because if they have to come, the rangers have to come and kill a bear, then that's on you.
Dang.
I never knew that.
But
Even in your
also,
car.
it's almost like they kind of have to get rid of the bear because, like Jorge said, the bear will keep going back to that space.
It's
and
an instinct.
You never know what is gonna happen to the people around the bear that keeps coming back.
Yeah. Damn, that's
Damn.
see, that's crazy. Woo!
Damn.
Well, that's a
Bears.
family trip.
All right, so we owe you guys a little recap videos. We're gonna be doing a bunch of recap videos of Systems in Place, season number 2, and we also owe you a 420 event, and we're gonna put in some cool live music in there too. So keep an eye out for that one. If you guys have missed us and you guys want to follow more of our lives, make sure you guys add us on Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. You know, you can always make sure you guys subscribe on our YouTube page and Anchor and Apple Podcasts. System in Place. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Peace.